this is Maggie, and welcome to another YouTube video. So, today we're gonna have a blast. We are back to basics, back to formula, sketchbook on the desk. We're gonna go through it. I mean, not through it, it's not finished yet. I mean, bro, literally to be loved is to be changed. I don't know what to tell you. But we have a back to basics video now that, I cleaned out my closet and did literally everything else I wanted to do. What are we doing today? We had the lovely people over at ARRTX send us more pens to try out. They sent me their 60-pack acrylic markers with better coverage and fewer pen marks, waterproof and brush tip, and available in various surfaces. I'm pretty sure I have the smaller version of this set already. I have the 36 color pack, which is also really good. I use these a lot. So I'm really curious to see what a 60 color pack is gonna look like. We're gonna go through the whole shebang. We're gonna open the pens. We're gonna do the swatching on the sketchbook, and then we will figure out something to draw with them. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, you're gonna have to forgive me. It's been freezing in here. I need to light a candle or something. There she goes. Look at her. So now that we have everything set and I have a little candle to make me feel like I'm not freezing to death in here, we're just gonna, jump right into it. Of course, another lovely card. I love to collect these. There's a bunch of these, but they're all stacked here. Hold on. Something I do criticize ARRTX a lot for is that I do feel like their color palettes are not very varied. They have been getting better and better since the first time I criticized them, so that's good. We have all our yellows and reds, oranges. We have some pinks, salmon, purples, some browns. We have all our blues and greens in here. And then some little extra colors like the gray, some extra greens as well. So in total, we have all of these colors to go through. I kind of put them in a little stack so you can have a good look at the rainbow, I guess. I really like them. I really like this type of marker, which is it's kind of a middle ground between their more sturdy markers and then the very, very tiny ones. These kind of have the best of both worlds to me. You do need to shake them, you don't need to pump them. And I think, that's a pretty solid middle ground. As per usual, the pen looks just fine. I see the little filter in there. It still needs a good shake, obviously. I will shake all of these pens once I swatch them. And something I did complain about when I opened the 36 pack of these pens is that the filter part came unscrewed from the part where you hold the pen. And that was one of my biggest worries, because if you have to shake these pens, you would expect them to be, a little better built, especially when it's acrylic paint. It's gonna stain everywhere. You don't want the pen to come apart once you're shaking it. And I kind of fiddled through this a little bit. They all seem very solid and screwed on, which is very, very good. I liked seeing that because I really, really like these pens, and that was one of the only complaints I had with them. We have all our pens. I have no idea where this one is. I'm gonna shoot that it was here. That looks fine to me. And we're gonna bring out our lovely sketchbook. Guys, this is gonna take forever, but I also think it's gonna be so worth it. I have been having a blast with this sketchbook. It has made itself known with a few very unique issues, but listen. I think I have a new Shayla. A new baby I want to take care of. I love it. It's so good. It's so pretty. Look at all these things. Guess a little flip through while we're at it. People who've been on TikTok have already seen most of this. YouTube people, hey, you get a little look. This one is empty because I'm working on a little something for this. If you've seen my Instagram, you will have seen me complain about having to do a lot of line art for a bunch of plates of sushi. That drawing is gonna get painted, cut, and gonna be glued here. It's gonna be really cute. And here is where we will be swatching our pens. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna just write down everything here, all the shades and everything. And once I'm done, I will tell you about it, okay? So I'll see you in a minute. Initiate time lapse. And we're back after all that swatching. So, first thoughts. I had mentioned it previously, but I will say it again. The pens were much sturdier this time. I felt it a lot when I was shaking them and when I was pulling out the caps especially. They don't come apart as easily as their previous versions did, so that is really, really good. The colors themselves, they're very, very good. They look so juicy and wet. I love it. I did notice that some of them came out a little clumpy, especially like the black. I think it's where you can see it best. The paper itself is pretty solid. I don't think that was the issue. Again, this sketchbook is also by ARRTX. I think it was just like, you know, it was their first time painting, so they're not like fully there yet. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. As for color ranges, I really like the color range. Again, a lot of yellows, a lot of blues and greens. I was especially happy to see they finally added like proper array of reds. My camera is like super saturated right now, so you can't really make it out, but like this red specifically is like a darker red, kind of like a lipstick red, and these two are more strong cherry or tomato red. Like, it's so good. Something I did kind of feel icky about in RTX packs was that they didn't have a lot of reds, or like the previous one I did complain that they didn't have oranges. They do have like some troubles trying to get those colors, but like oranges here are still like only a few, but they're pretty fine. Reds, like, bro, these shades right here, I'm gonna be eating so good later on. I love me a good red. Red is so good, such a pretty color. So now we ask ourselves the usual question: what are we gonna draw? When I released the fill a sketchbook in a week video, I've gotten some comments. The people have spoken. They want to see Steve and Gary again. And you know, I mean, who am I to deny you of Steve and Gary, the founding fathers of this channel? So I'm gonna cook up something to draw with them, and then we will see how it goes. Maybe I'm gonna draw something cute with them. I do miss drawing them. I actually haven't been drawing them recently. I have been drawing them recently. Hold on. This sushi piece that I told you I was doing, I'm just gonna like show it. It's gonna be this. I'm painting this with also RTX alcohol markers. RTX, please send me more alcohol markers. They are so good, please. I'm in love. And of course you have like a lot of sushi, but you look, it's Steve and Gary and some of their friends that I gotta paint as well. The universe has spoken, and the universe wants more Steve and Gary. So I mean, who am I to deny you Steve and Gary, you know? So I'm gonna go cook up something in the kitchen, and it'll be Steve and Gary flavored, as you guys wanted, demanded it even. And I'm gonna let voiceover Maggie do all the commenting from now on, and I will see you guys once it's finished. Okay, bye-bye! Hello everyone, this is Maggie, and welcome to the voiceover part of the video. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of going off the cuff with this because I don't have a lot of time to film a voiceover right now. There's a storm outside. My neighbors are all being super noisy because no one respects anything anymore. So we're gonna kind of speed through this so you can hear all about these lovely pens, and at the end of the video, you might even get a little discount code for them, so watch out for that. And so I can tell you a little bit more about Steve and Gary, so I can feed you little Garylings and Stevelings, the shiplings. So what do you call the fans of a ship? I don't know. Drop in the comments or something. Since I can hear the wind banging against my window already, we're gonna just jump straight into it. Usual structure for these videos: first we're gonna talk about the pens, give them a little review. We're gonna be a little quick because I have tried these pens before, though a smaller pack of them, but still I got some things to say, and then we can talk about OCs all we want. So strap on and let's go. First things first, the pens. As I mentioned before, I do have a very similar set to these. I have a 36 pack of the same type of pens, so I had tried them out before, and a lot of the things I had to say about those pens, again, I said in another video, but like, to summarize, I really like the pens. I like how it's a middle ground between not having to pump the pens but still needing to shake them. I really liked that they were pretty compact but sturdy, but one of my criticisms was that the pen parts came apart pretty easily, that like they would unscrew through pretty often, and that was a big no-no, especially if you need to shake these acrylic ink markers to get them to work properly. So with this new pack, like I mentioned before, I'm happy to say I think they fixed it, because these pens were just sturdy as all hell. They were super screwed in, everything was lovely, nothing came apart, nothing like felt all loose. It was good. It was really, really good. I was really pleasantly surprised, because like, yes, they're actually listening to me or the community. And that's one of the good things about RTX, is that since the brand has like a pretty big community online, I think it's much easier to get criticisms to them in a fast way so that they can fix it. And I mean, it just happened. I'm really happy about it. Again, for like the color palette, I really liked it. I kind of gushed a little bit about those lovely, lovely shades of red. I don't think I used them a lot in this specific speed paint, but I did like them a lot. I loved painting with them. They were so juicy, and you bet your ass I'm gonna be painting with them in another piece, that little massive piece with like 5 people and a massive sushi table. I'm gonna be using that to do like all the little fillings on the sushi, and it's gonna be so much fun, I promise. And I honestly think that's like everything I have to say. Again, I've tried these pens out before. I'm happy to say they have been improved significantly, and that is pretty much it, because I know what you guys are really here for. You know them, you love them, you want to see more of Steve and Gary, I got you. So for this part of the video, I did ask some friends to like throw in some questions that they wanted answered about the ship, but I also had to dig up some like questions about my OTP posts on Tumblr. I'm gonna be reading off a few that were written by Scriveting on Tumblr like 4 years ago. I'm gonna like leave their profile on screen anyway, so you can go like check them out. I'm gonna kind of be hopping between fan questions and some questions from the Tumblr post, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So first things first, how did they meet? So Gary is a news host. He works for a TV station. He owns the TV station, honestly. Despite having a son who's already 16 years old, he believes that his son still needs to be babysat. So he tries to find the cheapest babysitter he can find around the area, and he eventually finds Steve. Steve is kind of expecting Gary's son, Ben, to be, a little younger. He's used to working with like younger kids, like 7 to 10, around that ballpark, like preschool. And then he sees like, hey, this is a 16-year-old. You really need me to babysit your son? And Gary's like, yes, please. I can't be bothered. And that's how they meet. Steve works for Gary as a babysitter for his son, and he does get to sleep in Gary's house, because it's like he's one of those nannies that like gets to sleep in a room all for himself and everything. Steve usually doesn't take him up on that offer at first. He travels home to sleep at his own place all the time. But they eventually get to know each other a little bit, It's a bit of a age gap, power dynamic relationship. Toxic old man yaoi, if you could even label it that. But nah, I think they're chill. There is like that like employee-employer dynamic with them, but I think it gets really smoothed out because Steve kind of learns how to read Gary like a book, and that eventually puts them on like a middle ground, and I think it helps with their relationship a lot. Who said I love you first? Oh, probably Steve. Like Steve would probably say it first, because like I think he's a little more direct with like showing love and stuff like that. Because Gary, he does love him, but he beats around the bush a lot more. Like he's more showing affection through like gifts or actions more than words. So Gary actually does not say I love you a lot, like at all. So I'm pretty sure that Steve would have been the first person to outright say I love you. Though I'm sure both of them had showed it through gift giving and actions and whatever before. What are some of their favorite activities? Weirdly enough, they are both like very much stay at home type of people. So a lot of the things they do is just like little activities at home. They do love a good dinner in front of the television. Bro, get a pizza, get takeout, get as much food as possible. We know Gary's gonna pay for it. And they just have like a movie night. They love that shit. Very like home, cozy vibes, you know the feeling. Plus Steve has like a very big sweet tooth and Gary loves to indulge him. So you you appease the hubby. I get to watch my hubby eat and be happy. We watch a movie and life is good. Life is good. They're very simple with that, which I do find really, really cute. Because again, they're super different people, but I do find it funny that they both get a pleasure out of the simple things in life.
Again, they just want to have somebody to share all that with. It's so cute.
Are they planning on having kids in the future? Steve kind of takes Ben as his own son, he gets promoted from babysitter to stepdad really fast. But Steve himself can't have kids, and Gary is already too old to be thinking about that. But there has been there has been ideas floating around that they do eventually adopt another kid. She doesn't really have a design yet. I know her name would be Cherry. She would be a little baby girl. And that's all I'm gonna give you. That's all you're gonna get. They can't have biological children, but they do eventually think about adopting. These are kind of separate questions for both characters, so we're just gonna take them one by one. Where does Gary get his outfit inspiration? I know the stereotype that rich people don't actually buy clothes from insane brands like Guess and Versace and Gucci and whatever. They just get someone to make all their clothes by hand. I don't think Gary is that petty about it. He does really like to go shopping and express himself through fashion, so I do think he would honestly try to buy stuff that he thinks is cool or that he likes personally, because he's very weird. I do think eventually he would want to make his own clothes, just to get his own ideas out there, but he is very much walking into a store, browsing, throw some shit in the cart, and then go home and spend 2 hours making outfits with them. Steve has to sit there and go through it with him, and bro has no idea what is happening. But yeah, Gary's he does shopping for stuff. It doesn't need to be, again, the big brands, but he does have a love for shopping for clothes and trying to match stuff together. Does Steve have a pet? He does. Steve has a cat. I don't remember the specific species. I'm gonna throw it on screen. It's one of these. He has one of these. His name is Qbert. He's a little cutie patootie. His cat always has a tendency to run away, but always comes back to the house eventually. But it's one of those cats that leaves, disappears for one day, comes back with some random plushie in its mouth, and you have no idea where the cat has been, but now you have a plushie. He's really cute. He does eventually bring Qbert to live when he officially moves in with Gary. Gary isn't a big fan of cats. He's actually very much a dog person. They eventually learn to get along, Which of the two is the most gullible? Steve. Probably Steve. He's a little gullible schmuck. He just wants to see the best in people and the best in situations. He's very much like a person who would try to de-escalate stuff instead of making it worse, and I think that ends up making him a little gullible when he doesn't see someone who's trying to trick him outright, which sucks, but that's also why Gary's there. I think Gary's very much, he's street smart, but not in a street way, if that makes any sense. He's industry smart, so he kind of helps Steve a lot with that. He doesn't take care of him, he doesn't babysit Steve, which would be funny. It's just if he doesn't get it, I'm gonna jump in, but I'm gonna let him do stuff by himself because, he's still a grown-ass man. Who's more likely to get into a bar fight? Weirdly enough, Gary. Again, Steve is someone who tries to diffuse situations to de-escalate stuff. Gary just wants to be right, and he's really annoying like that. So I think he would get into bar fights if he actually went to a bar and didn't have his own little private stash at home, because he gets very mouthy when he drinks as well. A cute kind of mouthy, but he still gets a little tipsy. Who's into Eurovision? Gary, absolutely Gary. Bro is half Portuguese and half British, so bro is in there. He knows the drama. He follows everyone on social media. He loves the drama. He loves all the shit that goes behind Eurovision. Steve has no idea what is happening. They had to get some special cable so that they can even watch Eurovision in the US, and it's the funniest shit ever because Gary is heated. He's so heated over stuff, and Steve has no idea what's going on, but he's like, it's like us when we watch football, I'm guessing. And yeah, that is pretty much it. There are a lot more questions here, but I think this is kind of long enough as is. I don't want to make this too long because I still need to edit this until Saturday. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it, know a little bit more about Steve and Gary, and hopefully I draw them more so I can feed you, my audience, the Steve and Gary fans, the founding fathers of this channel. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will let you watch the rest of the speed paint, and I will see you in a minute. Bye-bye! And that is pretty much it. I'm gonna kind of decorate the spread a little bit better once like the watercolors are all dry, but like, bro, they're so cute. Look at them. They are cozy, reading a book, and if you recognize the cover of the book, no you don't. I'm sorry if I'm kind of quiet. It got really late as I was painting this, but yeah, I'm gonna obviously fill the page a little bit better later on. I'm gonna throw a picture on screen of how it turned out in the end, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Once again, thank you so much ARRTX for sending me more of their markers. They will have a lovely place here at my home, more pens to use, and if you're listening to this, hey, you guys can send me more alcohol markers because those are really good. I have them here. They're like a fixture of my desk now. I always use them. They are so good. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. It's storming really bad outside, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up right now. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, YouTube words. If you would like to see more of my art, more about Steve and Gary, I'm sure VoiceOver Maggie told you a lot about them. These are the social medias that I'm on right now, so you can see some of my art and daily ramblings. If you would like to know even more about not just Steve and Gary, but other season projects that I like to work on, I have my own website where every character and every project has a little menu. Characters have biographies with drawings and all the information you can think of, so you know, if you like it, you could go check it out. And if you would like to be part of the community, get sneak peeks at videos, unfinished projects, so on and so forth, you can join our Discord server. We stream there twice a week, every Friday and Saturday, and we stream art, we watch movies, we play games sometimes. It's lots of fun. The server has been growing a lot lately, and I'm just so happy that people enjoy talking to me and my art and my characters. It's just it's such a blessing to have people so interested in my things. I hope to never grow, not accustomed to it, but I hope to never go blind with how much of a privilege that is for a small creator. One last thank you to ARRTX for sending me these markers. If you would like to get some of these very, very good markers, they were kind enough to give me a little discount code. I will leave it on screen, but you can also go to the link in the description and get yourself some really nice pens for a discount. You can tell them Maggie sent you. Look at that, it's a win-win situation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!